Finishing beats. I want to talk about finishing beats. How to know when a beat is finished. My Design's a really great producer. He's 4 years older than me, so he's something of a mentor to me. One time, Mind Design told me, when you finish making a song, that's an artistic decision in and of itself. It's kind of an arbitrary decision. You know, there's no like right or wrong to it. There's no universal law that's gonna tell you
the song is now finished.
A deity is not gonna come down and ordain that your song is finished. There's no, at least I believe, there is no divine intervention that's gonna tell you when your song is finished. You know, you gotta just like do it. And oh, by the way, that's kind of like the illest thing in the world, is to be like, nah, this is done. Like even if it's not perfect, because nothing will ever be perfect. So it takes some real guts to be like, nah, it's done now. Why? Because I said so. You know, I kind of had like different ways of approaching this over the years. Like when I was 24, 25, for real, when the song felt 85% done, I was like, this is good enough. Because at that point in my career, I was more focused on growth than perfection. And I knew that finishing a song and then having that like objective, like look back at what just happened and growing was more valuable than perfecting one song. It depends where you are in your career, but like early on, way too many people have this problem of like working on one song like all year or 10 songs all year. It's like, dude, like if you're trying to be a producer full time, you're only making 10 songs a year. That's not okay. It's like straight up. It's not okay. Like it's not gonna happen. Like you got to do at least 100, and that's not a lot. You know, I make one beat a day. That's not actually very good. Well, I guess it depends. I shouldn't say it's not good. It's just maybe it wouldn't have been good for me 5 years ago. I'll put it that way. You know, when I was like earlier on, that wouldn't have been enough. And I used to do 2 or 3, and that seems like a reasonable amount. Anyways, the 80-20 principle. I love this. I guess the Pareto principle, maybe. I actually had not heard that. I just thought it was called the 80-20 principle. But it states that for many outcomes, roughly 80% of consequences, or rather 80% of the results, come from 20% of the causes. And also, if you take it a step further, 80% of 80% is 64%, and 20% of 20% is 4%, right? Yeah. In a way, like 4% of the effort will get you 64% of the way there. And by the way, I think that's true. Like just the idea of like making a beat, which could be like an 8-second piece of music, that's just like a loop. If you have a really fucking good beat, those like 8 to 10 seconds that you made could happen in 10 minutes. You often know after those 10 minutes if you got a banger or not. Now that doesn't mean that you have to make a banger in the first 10 minutes. That's not what I mean. But oftentimes that can happen. Like I got this one right here that I really love right now. And this one is 6 seconds. I love this. This is a good 6 seconds right here, right? I'll put it on loop. 6 seconds. That took maybe 8 minutes to make. I mean, it's nothing crazy at this point, but I think I'm 60% of the way there because at least I got a good idea. Yeah, when it comes to finishing a beat, because that beat is not finished. Although it could be. Some people, they'll just loop that up for 3 minutes. Now, I don't like to do that, but there could be value to that, you know? Anyway, my ADD has taken over.